How are you all? It's been a while since I've been on doing a live, so I just thought I'd jump on and say hello. It's been really hectic, really busy, doing a lot of work for New Earth, working in the dimensions, doing service work, that kind of thing, and now is the time for getting ready for the new year. Lots of things are going to be happening this year, so I keep telling people this is the year where we're going to see a lot of truth, a lot of reveals. We're going to see people sort of starting to wake up, and if they don't, they're not going to, because this is their soul contract. So try not to enforce anything onto them, because there's just no way. They're too programmed, too brainwashed. And like anything, when you're extremely brainwashed, nothing gets through. You know, you've only got to listen to people from the CIA and places like that where they try and undo brainwashing, and it takes years. And if they're not going to wake up now and join the light community and understand what's really going on and a new earth being created, well, then it's a little bit too late. Their soul contract is to move on and learn somewhere else. We're going back to the old way of doing things, the old way of living, the way it was meant to be before the corruption started. And so therefore we're going back to the time when creation was about living in heaven but on earth. And so we will be living the old way, which will be the new way, with a few adjustments, as we've learnt through our soul reincarnations over many generations. We do have to change a few things. And so that's sort of like the contract that we've made, to come back and fix things and to show the way and to wake people up. But some cannot be woken, unfortunately. It's just like it falls on deaf ears. So that's, you know, an interesting topic about trying to wake people up. You're not going to. It's all too late. A lot of them are too programmed. A lot of them have had this, and of course that just dulls down their vision, their whole light source connection. It blocks everything off. It disconnects them. The other thing I wanted to talk about was that today here in New Zealand is the 14th of February, which of course is considered Valentine's Day. I don't fall into that trap. I've never really enjoyed it. I've never really liked it. It's not a big thing with me. Again, it's about segregating the people, making the people turn on each other. It's about programming. It's about making people feel that they're not worthy unless they're in a relationship or a partnership, or they've got someone in their lives, which is the complete opposite. Because if you go back to the beginning of time, we all came in alone. We all came in to be on our own. We came here to be co-creators when we wanted to, but not to constantly be in relationships. And this is why man was made to come, co-create with you and move on or leave. And they do it in the animal kingdom. So the programming is to be together, be in a relationship. Yes, celebrate Valentine's, love, love, love. Well, you can love anybody, and you can show that on Valentine's Day. So I actually call it now Love Day. And it's my appreciation. It's my way of showing people, hey, if I want to do something with you, I'll make that my love day. And so I call it Love Day. Happy Love Day, everyone, because you can love everybody or anything or anyone. It doesn't have to be your partner and then segregate the rest of the world and people and make them feel sad. Because I know how many single people sit at home on Valentine's Day feeling sad, because their expectation is to be in a relationship, and they're worthy to be in a relationship, but they're not. Because their soul contract probably was not to be in one. So look at it in a different aspect, and get together with people, even couples, and say, hey, don't just segregate yourself from everyone and make it your day. Why don't you bring everyone together and make it a celebration of who we love and appreciate? Because that always works, I find. So that's Valentine's Day. And the other thing I find with the whole Valentine's Day has become very marketable. You know, they've made it so that it's on the market. People can actually be in a position where they are forced to go out, buy flowers, buy expensive presents, and especially jewelry. And, you know, when I'm in a relationship and I'm with someone for Valentine's Day, I usually bake a cake or something like that and give them a card, if that. Doesn't have to be how expensive the gift is, or give them something that they've been wanting and they just haven't got it, you know. Something like a tool, or something that's going to benefit both of you in the relationship. But this whole marketing thing about going out and buying expensive gifts for one another, and that is all programming, again. To make you do senseless spending and get your credit card rating up, and you know, and then you're enslaved to the system again because you've got to pay it off down the track somewhere, and they'll chase you for it if you don't pay it off. But think of all those people that have been programmed to believe that they have to be in a relationship and they're only worthy if they keep trying to look for a man and find a man or a woman or a partner or whatever. And I see it a lot. I see it a lot even in the light community. People are still programmed to believe that they're meant to be in a relationship. They're meant to have a soulmate, a twin flame. Well, yeah, you do have, a lot of you do have twin flames. That's created at the beginning of time when the soul is split into two. And that's your twin, and he goes off and does his thing or her thing, and you go off and do your thing. And it doesn't mean in this lifetime you're going to be together. It doesn't mean you're going to be in the next lifetime together. It's when the two souls are going to need each other to do something together. And then you have lots of soulmates that come along and they help you, teach you, learn from them and so forth. And in the next lifetime you may not see them again for 2 or 3 lifetimes. But they're soulmates. Because you don't have that twin flame connection. But they're not even a twin flame. It's just your twin soul. So I don't know where the terminology twin flame came from, actually. Also, a twin flame doesn't have to be a love connection. It can be a higher self of yourself. The marketing around twin flame and everything has been completely sent off the rails and in the wrong direction. A twin flame can also be part of yourself, your higher self. And that's your twin flame. So there's a lot going on in that aspect of all that programming and everything. So try not to get involved in it. Try not to make yourself feel sad or anything like that, because that's exactly what it is. They wanted us to be sad and segregated and have all this programming. Because remember, what they teach you, everything you've been taught is inverted. It's all fake. Everything that's fake and unreal is really the truth. And the thing is, with the whole marriage and license and government licenses and things like that, they make bonds out of them. They make money off you. So, of course, they're going to encourage you to be in a relationship, because the more they encourage you to be in a relationship, the better you're going to be in a situation where they can make money off your bond license. And then when you get divorced, it's another license. So they're making money out of that too. So that's just a little bit of things on relationships and Valentine's Day and that kind of thing. Now, another thing I wanted to talk about today is I've been in New Zealand for a year, as of yesterday. And yes, I've been left Australia a year ago yesterday. I was in New Zealand for a couple of months, and then I flew off to the US and did all my travelling around Canada and US and meeting some subscribers and everybody like that. And it was absolutely amazing. The journey has been incredible. I left Australia not knowing where I was going, what I was going to do, and I just had to trust the process. And to review the year, it's been absolutely amazing year. The amount of people that I have met, the new people that I have met, the work, the channelings that I'm doing, the new earth activations and meeting people and working with them and working in groups, doing the most incredible missions, meditations, activations. I'm actually creating a herbal remedy recipe book at the moment, and I've been channeling from source all different sorts of recipes, and they've got light language and codes in them, and associated crystals with them, and associated activations and light language with them, and they're absolutely amazing. The one I did yesterday was the cucumber eye gel, and it's really beautiful to pat under your eye and on your eyelid, around here. It's got the beautiful language of love, which is the new language for New Earth. So I'm going to be creating that this year. So I've got a lot of creation within me coming. Not as many drawings in the last year, but more light language, more activations for New Earth, which has been absolutely fascinating. And the US, meeting subscribers, doing activations with them, doing meditations with them. Just beautiful. I don't know how to ever recall that back and say I've never had a time in my life that has been so incredible, fulfilling. And all the work I did in the corporate world for 25 years, working with senior managers, CEOs, CFOs, CIOs, all those sort of senior managers, working on a multi-million-dollar projects in the IT, gas, oil, energy sector, does not compare to the last year I've had. This year has just been mind-blowing. And I can tell you now, the strength that it's taken, the wisdom that it's taken, the courage that it's taken, and knowing what's within me to be able to create myself a different life in different areas of the world. This is not my final destination, I know that. There's other areas that I'm going to out in the world. Later this year I'm going to be travelling Ireland, Scotland, going to Africa, South Africa, and maybe Greece. And I'm going to be doing live New Earth activations, portal work, that kind of thing, working with all the mystics, the dragons, and other beautiful elementals, ascended masters, and doing lots of live channelings, doing a lot of light language work. So it's going to be a really exciting year. However, this last year, bringing me back to New Zealand after being in the States and finding it was so expensive to stay there. I mean, the cost of living is cheap, but the US dollar in comparison to the Australian New Zealand dollar, it's a steal. It really takes a lot from you because you lose so much. So I returned back to New Zealand and landed back in my birthplace, which I haven't lived here since I was 18. And it feels really weird to be here. I'm out on the coast. I've got the oceans, I've got the bush, I've got my self-sufficient garden going with all my vegetables, fruit, veggies, flowers, everything going. I've had a great season with sunflowers, tomatoes, cucumbers, silver beet, and herbs. So I'm doing things that I couldn't do in Brisbane because it was too hot, and you can't grow things like that there. They just don't survive. Two of my cats are with me. I brought them all around the world with me, basically. They have settled in so well. I am so proud of them as cats. They flew by themselves from Brisbane to Sydney to Auckland. They were delayed in Auckland. And then they came down to Wellington. They lived in the house with my best friend this time last year and her three kittens. And then they had to go into a cattery for 3 months while I was away travelling, and then while I was trying to find a place to live. And, you know, I've really been blessed, and I'm living in true abundance. I'm living in this cute little house. It's a little one-bedroom granny flat. I had all the furniture and everything here. I didn't have to buy anything other than my own bedding. The bed was here, the kitchen was here, the lounge was here, everything was here. all I had to do was move in with my cats and my suitcases, and it's been absolutely wonderful. I've got a great friend in the owner. She lives in the house just down the driveway. It's been absolutely amazing to just sit here and get settled and do some more activations in New Zealand and for the world tribal people. Everything that's come together has been just incredible. Ocean activation, bush activations, that kind of thing, portal activations here on the coast. There's been some big missions going on. But this is not, I'm moving from here this year. I'm moving further north for a little while to a beach resort place. I know that. I've already been told. And then I'll go travelling. Again. That's the hardest part, is being away travelling. It really is. But it's beautiful because you meet so many amazing people on your journeys. So we're in summer here. It's really a lovely summer, not like Brisbane where it's tropical and it's hot and it's, you know, you're living indoors in the aircon. Here you're outdoors, you're on the beach, you're in the sun. The highest it gets to about 28. We've had some really hot scorches, and then now we're back down to 19, 20, which is bearable. It's just, you know, good. However, when I came back from the US, I came back into the middle of winter, and my inflammation in my hands, I couldn't even bend them. It was so cold here because I'm not used to it. I've been living in Brisbane in the tropics. I think the coldest it got to was about 4 or 5 degrees. And one morning when I went out to visit the cats at the cattery, there was ice on the windscreen. And I haven't seen that in years. And that's what I mean. They've been very brave. They had to stay in a cattery with strangers and other cats. They had to live in a house with strangers and, well, not strangers, but they knew them. But then there were kittens. But they didn't get traumatized. So everything has worked out in the highest light, let's say. Everything that's connected in my journey and my work and my service, nothing has been a problem. Everything has just worked out accordingly. And it's been really amazing. You know, I've got some really cool friendships here. I managed to get a decent car in the first week back, and that was not a problem. The guy was so helpful. He came and drove into the city, met me in the city, said, yeah, take it for a test drive. And I took it all up all the big windy hills of Wellington to make sure it was okay. It was a brand new import from Japan. I said, look, I really want this car. I love it. And running meditations, activations, one-on-ones, that kind of work. And it's just, you know, beautiful to see how everything is changing. When you decide to change your direction of your life, where it takes you and how it all falls into place in divine timing. And it's been a year of beautiful channelings and activations because my source and my connection has all changed. I'm free. I'm living abundantly. And I don't have a lot. I gave everything away. I sold everything. But I'm so happy. I'm living abundantly. And so this year has been perfect. It's been a beautiful year in the sense that I've learnt so much. I've done so much growing, so much developing. And I encourage everyone, follow through on everything that your intuition, your team of light are telling you to do. They will not steer you wrong. Everything that you want to do with your life is possible. So I'm looking forward to getting back into travelling, looking forward to moving. I'm always challenging myself. And putting my new books out. Got 2 books on the go. Oh, lordy. So I've got another book ready to go out with activations of the last year, and my new recipe book of channeling recipes and beauty care products and products for yourself, meditation oils, that kind of thing. As you can see, everything's changed, but change is good. Change is really good. So that's the last year. Wanted to give an update on that. Wanted to give an update on Valentine's Day, and don't take it all too serious. Make it a day of love. As simple as that. I know a lot of people hurt. I know in my counselling days when I used to be on the phones and I used to hear people say, oh, everyone's out enjoying themselves or in relationships, I'm on my own. It doesn't have to be that way. You can share your life with anybody and everyone. It doesn't mean it's for couples. Again, that's that whole segregation thing of causing us to feel sad, to feel enslaved to their belief system. You can create your own celebration, your own day. And as I said, I call it Love Day. I just show appreciation for the people I love. This is going out to you guys. I love you all. So, you know, that's what it's about. What else have I got to share with you? Been doing some beautiful activations for the animals, for the tribes, as you've seen. I visited for the Waitangi Treaty signing in New Zealand here. I went to the marae. That was the most incredible experience I've ever had. It was just really beautiful to see people of all coming together and celebrating, because all treaties and contracts have now been wiped. They have all been dissolved through the dimensional activational work I'm doing. All tribes and people will get their purpose back, and the freedom of the new world, the new earth. So that's all happening now in the dimensions, and that's what we're working towards, that beautiful heaven on earth with the beautiful frequency of all that is of love, light and pure source. That's my purpose, that's my mission here. So that's my little update for today, because I never get on anymore. And I've actually forgotten how to do lives, and I didn't take any notes. I just keep getting told, go on and explain everything, and it's a reunion for you. It's your year of leaving Australia, selling everything, everything was in divine timing. I mean, I put my house on the market the week before Christmas. It sold before New Year. You know, it was just like everything was instant. The real estate agent I got, he was a Kiwi guy. He was so helpful. He did everything for me. He was just amazing. So, as I said, if you want to do things, don't be afraid. Just move forward, do it. If you're getting pure source energy coming through and telling you to do something, do it. They will not steer you wrong. And as I said, this year, especially in the last spot since I left Australia, has probably been the most powerful year I've experienced in my life. And another thing I wanted to say to everyone that's been in my life this last year, who's come into my life this year, you know, huge thank you, because it's developed me, it's given me growth, it's given me love, appreciation, it's given me challenging aspects of myself. I've been able to be in pure source light, do some incredible work with you all, and for New Earth it's just been absolutely beautiful. The codes and the dimensions I've been working in, I just can't thank you enough. And I'm just so glad I'm listening to my pure source light team, and everything that's coming through has just been a beautiful journey this far. So I'll keep you posted as I go with changes and travel and shifting and everything else that I'm doing. So until next time, guys, I will try and jump on more often this year. I do promise that, because I've just been a bit slack. But take care. Much love, light, and many blessings to you all. Keep an eye on my YouTube channel. I am putting all my activations up there. I've got the beautiful Christine from Canada doing the voiceovers, and they're absolutely stunning. So if you need to do any activations for yourself, for self-development, for New Earth, they are all there. Take care.